It's Catherine, author of Your Aesthetic Practice. If you want a steady stream of cash-paying cosmetic patients filling up your schedule in 2020, this cosmetic patient attraction plan is for you. And if you hear me out, I have 3 bonuses for you towards the end. So many plastic surgeons complain to me they're spending more than ever on advertising, yet nothing they're doing is working like they want it to. Now, here's what they say. The inconsistent revenues of good and bad months is stressing them out. Isn't that the truth? Social media is confusing and it's time consuming, and they don't know for sure if it's worth the time and effort they're putting in. Or they outsource the social media efforts and have no idea if they're getting a good return. They're spending a fortune on Google AdWords, but their staff complains they're bad quality leads, so they don't bother following up. Their conversion rates have dropped and they don't know why. Their staff is not representing them professionally, and on and on. Now, if any of this sounds familiar, I have a solution that gives you clarity about what's going on and how you can adapt to win. Here's what you're going to discover in this video. How the right advertising efforts attract your preferred patients who care more about your skills and expertise than saving a buck. Also, how to use social media strategically so you know you're getting results. And how to pre-frame you as the best choice over your competitors. How to convert more leads to appointments and consultations to paid procedures. How to follow up on leads that don't convert right away. And in full transparency, I'd like to partner with you on our popular done-for-you services so we get your phones ringing with patient leads wanting your skill and expertise. And isn't that what you ultimately want? More leads, more inquiries, more conversions, more money, and more growth. Now, even if you decide to go it alone, you'll still have the strategies it takes in today's crazy world to do a better job promoting yourself to stay ahead of the game. So let's talk about what has happened to our industry when it comes to cosmetic patient attraction. Obviously, the insane amount of competition is the big one, but so is the introduction of non-surgical treatments that can be performed by nurses, PAs, med spas, laser techs, and even estheticians. With so much choice empowering consumers to make decisions, prospective cosmetic patients are gaining complete control over the decision-making process. So what do I mean by that? Well, patients are comparison shopping like never before thanks to the internet. They're taking a lot of time to research and evaluate their surgical and non-surgical options. That means attracting new cosmetic patients online has become a big, expensive, and confusing challenge for surgeons like yourself, and that's why I prepared this blueprint for you. Because I want to show you how to transform your patient lead generation plan from a lack of leads with poor conversion rates to a constant stream of new patients hungry for your services. In fact, these are the ideal types of leads since they're typically ready to convert to paid procedures right away. And the best part? You can get all of these benefits on autopilot with no need to hire more staff if you partner with me. This gives you an opportunity to dominate your market because you'll be firing on all cylinders, while your competitors continue to run from one shiny object to the next, burning through time and money, and then complaining nothing works. A smarter approach is to map out a proven patient attraction plan that you know works, and then identify the practice gaps that most hurt your bottom line so you can turn them into money-making profit centers. That's what we do for our clients, and we can do the same for you. I'm actually going to show you how to get up to a 5,278% proven ROI with our efforts, without wasting time redesigning your website again, spending more on organic search to get ranked, or hiring more staff. As a matter of fact, there's a sample of a monthly progress report we prepare for our clients so you can see at a glance the exact results they get from our efforts, including patient names and what they want. We had to blur out the names for privacy, but as you can see, it takes many marketing strategies working together to get you clicks, calls, and consults. Now just imagine the peace of mind you'll have once you're able to identify the new patient lead strategies as well as practice gaps keeping you from more patients, more procedures, and more revenues. And like I said, I'm going to lay out exactly what you need to plug up the holes costing you time and money so you can do it yourself. Or if you decide to get the help and support you need, I'd be happy for my team and I to do it for you. Now, just in case you're not familiar with my work, I'm Catherine Maley. I've got an MBA. I'm also the author, speaker, podcaster, consultant, and trainer for the plastic surgery industry, and I have been since year 2000. I've been interviewed by NBC, The Today Show, and Wall Street Journal, and my patient attraction and conversion strategies, as well as done-for-you services, have made more than $19 million in revenues for plastic surgeons all over the world by fixing their lead generation systems and plugging up the holes we're talking about here. Now, on a personal note, I'm based out of Sausalito, California. It's a small sailboat community right over the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. The views are spectacular, and I highly recommend you take a helicopter tour to check out the crazy expensive real estate here. So let's start with the practice gaps most affecting your bottom line, and then we'll talk about the quickest fixes to turn things around. So I'll jump right in with practice gap number 1. You need more patient leads. Now, this is the number 1 priority in any cosmetic practice. New leads are always the lifeblood of your practice. If you want more cash-paying patients and surgeries, you need more leads. But where do these new leads come from? And how do you get a predictable and steady flow of them? You already know you have to pay to play in today's marketplace. And why is that? Because free organic SEO is no longer the go-to search ranking strategy, and gone are the days of you being found just by accident or just because you've updated your website. Even social media platforms will only show your posts to less than 10% of your audience because they want you to pay to advertise. So the cards are stacked against free organic anything. So the secret to attracting new cosmetic patients is to go where others are not yet. And here's what I mean. For the most part, old school media channels have been replaced by digital media channels, right? So print has been replaced by Facebook, radio's been replaced by podcasts, TV's been replaced by YouTube. So you want to build a digital advertising strategy using these digital media channels because that's where all the eyeballs are. Makes sense, right? And this may surprise you, but the new trend in attracting cosmetic patients is this: demand generation is greater than demand fulfillment. Now here's what that means. Only 3% of consumers who click on Google AdWords ads are ready to buy now. That's why it's so expensive to advertise there, because you're competing for the same keywords your competitors are. So it's a contest of who can outspend everyone else. A smarter approach is to go after the much larger group of targeted consumers on social media who could be interested in your services if you make it interesting and compelling for them to make it a priority. This approach is cheaper, easier, and super targeted, so you'll get way more leads. The point being, social media advertising is the single biggest opportunity in the history of advertising because for a fraction of the cost, you can advertise online and target exactly who sees your ads. That's powerful. But that means the ad design and copy on your ads is crucial to getting that click. It's got to be eye-catching, engaging, and it must offer the consumer cosmetic patient something of value so they actually respond. Because the only thing that counts at this stage is to encourage a prospective cosmetic patient to take the next step. And all that is to click on your ad. But here's the kicker. Leads are only one part of it. These leads need to be converted, so let's keep going. Now here's practice gap number 2. Weak follow-up on incoming leads. Most plastic surgeons suffer lost profits here every day, every month, every year from this silent money waster. I think you'll be surprised at the stats when it comes to staff following up on leads you spent a fortune to get in the first place. 48% never follow up. Average first follow-up is 72 hours later. Only 25% of practices make 2 contact attempts. And 64% of practices don't even have an organized way to follow up on a lead. But It's not anyone's fault. Your staff has not been given the tools or training on how to do it professionally. So when you partner with me, your staff has access to a simple sales lead platform, scripts, and processes to follow up on patient leads that increase your conversions by 15%. That is a game changer for you and a way to dominate your market when you follow up faster and better than your competition. But there's more. Here's the next practice gap. Practice gap number 3. Staff can't convert callers or consultations. Every practice's success is limited by their staff's ability to convert callers to appointments and appointments to paid procedures. It's way too competitive to be mediocre at this stage of the lead process. Take the phone leads, for example. Almost every office is challenged by this. Phone trees, answering machines, indifferent or unfriendly staff, or new untrained staff, and on and on. Phones in a cosmetic practice are taken way too lightly because it's not enough to have a friendly staff person answering the phones. They also have to be skilled, otherwise you're losing money. Look what happens when, not if, you lose one caller per day worth only $2,000. If you multiply that out, $2,000 per day by 22 days per month times 12 months per year, do you realize that it's over $500,000 lost in profits per year? Now, an easy fix is to give your receptionist the scripts and the training they need to keep you busy with booked appointments. It's time and money well spent. And what's your coordinator's converting rate? The prospective patient who calls you, schedules an appointment, and shows up is a hot prospect. They've already decided to move forward somehow to find a solution to something that bothers them, or they wouldn't have gone to all this trouble. They would have just, emailed you. Your patient coordinator needs to be a well-trained professional with proven scripts, strategies, and tools to get the patients to a yes. For example, does your coordinator know how to position you, the surgeon, as the best choice? Qualify the patient to prepare them for the quote presentation. Present with confidence to get the patient excited about moving forward. And ultimately, do they know how to ask for a decision? Strategically. Most coordinators don't ask because they haven't been trained to do so comfortably and professionally. When we partner, your receptionist and patient coordinator is armed with all the tools they need to get really good at converting callers and consultations. Because nothing else matters until the patients say yes and give you money, right? Until a transaction is made, a lead is just a lead. We need your staff to move them along the buyer's journey and actually convert them. And there's one more deadly practice gap that's costing you patients and procedures, and that is practice gap number 4. You ignore patients who would return, refer, and review. Your number 1 practice asset is your list of patients who know, like, and trust you. Many of these patients would gladly return, refer, and review if given the opportunity. They're not as price sensitive and they're way more likely to say yes to you than the internet stranger patient, right? And we all know a majority of your new patients come from your current patients. So this is the new mindset you need to adopt to survive in today's crazy competitive world. Retention is the new patient attraction strategy, because when you take your patients for granted and or ignore them, you open the door for your competitors to steal them away from you. Please remember, cosmetic patients have endless needs, especially as the relentless aging process continues. Your cosmetic patients need your surgical and non-surgical services now, and a month from now, and a year from now, and so on. When you partner with us, we go into stealth mode to nurture your current patients so they return, refer their friends and family, and give you great reviews. So how do we do it? With strategic database marketing using segmented messages, themed emails, text, and customized social media banners and ad campaigns. That way, we're connecting with your patients no matter where they are online. So let me ask you this. Do you believe you too would get at least 10 to 30 more procedures per month from this plan focused on new patient attraction, conversion, follow-up, and retention? Obviously it's worth it. So if you don't want to do it, partner with me, because somebody should be doing this type of high-end strategic promotion to grow your cosmetic revenues and keep a steady stream of cash-paying patients coming to you. Okay, I covered a lot here, so to recap, here are the practice gaps affecting your bottom line the most. You need more cosmetic patient leads because prospective patients can no longer easily find you organically. There's weak follow-up on your incoming leads. Your staff can't convert new callers or consultations, and you ignore patients who would return, refer, and review. So here's a question for you. What if you could easily turn on a new patient lead generator and plug up the practice gaps that are costing you time, money, and effort and have it handled for you so you didn't have to hassle with it? Would that give you back control over your day? Would you enjoy the freedom from managing staff and processes, since you know that somebody else is focused on growing your practice for you? What if we did it for you? What if we design, write copy, and run post and display ad campaigns on social media platforms for you? We use your patient list to enlist new patients. We provide you with a follow-up platform, including scripts, strategies, and protocols that automatically follows up for you. We train your staff to be converting rock stars. We listen to calls we're responsible for to accurately track results and to hold your staff accountable. And we set up a rewards club to retain your patients and turn them into your sales ambassadors. And we track and report our results to you on a monthly basis. Now, you and your staff are freed up to focus on your core competency, and that is to focus on patient care. And that is what leads to happy staff, satisfied patients who return, refer, and review, give you 5-star reviews so you attract more new patients, and new cosmetic patients who convert. When you outsource patient lead generation, follow-up, conversion, retention, as well as staff training, you have a well-oiled machine working for you. And what comes with that? A whole lot of certainty. Certainty in knowing the key metrics in your practice are being handled by smart professionals. Now that gives you control over your day, so you're more profitable and productive, and you have peace of mind knowing you get back time and achieve better results. This is how you strategically compete and gain market share in today's world. So if this makes sense to you, let's partner so my team and I can customize our cosmetic patient attraction plan for 2020 for your practice. Now, this unique plan consists of several platforms and a dashboard that gives you the certainty you need, knowing you have a plan to predictably and reliably keep your cosmetic patient leads coming in month after month, provides an automatic system that allows you and your staff to focus on patient care while my team and I focus on getting you more leads and more patients, includes a proprietary formula of more patient leads, plus nurture, plus follow-up, plus conversion, plus retention, equaling a healthy cosmetic practice. This is what keeps a steady stream of leads and revenues coming to you consistently for your peace of mind, knowing you have a marketing machine working in the background. Now, I can't tell you all that goes into our secret sauce because then others would try to copy us and you would lose your competitive edge. That's also why we are geographically exclusive, so we can only work with one plastic surgery practice per area. Instead, I'll give you my guarantee to do everything I laid out in this report or in this presentation to transform your practice. And if you're not satisfied with your results within the first 60 days, you can cancel at any time because there are no long-term contracts to sign. I want you happy and busy, period. And to sweeten the deal, so you don't delay, when you partner with us now, you're gonna receive 3 extra bonuses. Bonus number 1, you're gonna save $1,000 on the customization fees. Since you hung in there with me until now, I wanna reward you with partnering with me, so I'm gonna reduce the customization and implementation fee from $19.97 to only $9.97. Just so you know, a ton of work goes into the back end of this system to set up not only the lead generation, but also the follow-up platform of email, text, phone calls, ads, reporting, and so on. We track important metrics so that you know your investment is worth it. And here's bonus number 2. free consulting with me. I truly want to see you succeed, so I will personally be available to you for consulting calls so we can discuss whatever's on your mind, staff issues, trends in the industry, competitor issues, or whatever else is bothering you. I've consulted with hundreds of practices since year 2000, so I'm a wealth of information and resources that you now have access to using my personal cell and email. Now here's bonus number 3. You get the free KISS Rewards Club. There is one more practice gap you most likely have in your practice, and that is the lack of a loyalty system for patient retention. As they say in marketing, it's 16 times more expensive to find a new patient than it is to keep a current patient. So you need to put golden handcuffs on your patients so they stay loyal to you, return more often, refer their friends, give you great reviews, have surgery with you, and approve the use of their before and after photos in your marketing efforts. It costs too much to attract these patients only to lose them to your competitors who steal them away from you. A cosmetic patient retention system is necessary, and we have the perfect solution for you. It's the KISS Rewards Club, valued at $8,340 per year. Now, consumers love it, and they'll pay more to use a service business like hotels, restaurants, and airlines because of the points and perks they get for their loyalty, right? So it just makes perfect sense to use a loyalty program in our industry as well. It builds repeat business, which in turn leads to growth through repeat visits and referrals, and that grows your patient database organically as well as your bottom line. But the problem with most loyalty programs is that they're so darn complicated. KISS Rewards Club is as straightforward as you can get. $1 spent equals 1 kiss. Collect kisses for free non-surgical treatments. How easy is that? It's fun for the patients to collect kisses towards free services, and it eliminates discounting your non-surgical services. And again, we do all the work. Included is our done-for-you KISS Marketing Toolkit, full of internal and external marketing strategies to keep your patients engaged. Now, you might be asking yourself, is this done-for-you cosmetic patient attraction plan for 2020 really worth it? Now here's the answer. When you improve your processes by just 10% in each area that is currently losing you money, you give yourself a raise. Actually, a very big raise because of the compound effect. That means when you increase your patient leads and follow-up and conversion by 10% each, that's not a 30% increase, it's a 33% increase thanks to the compounding effect. For example, a $2 million practice would make an extra $660,000 when they just tweak a few of their metrics. Or see for yourself. In this case study, the plastic surgery practice's monthly progress report shows 17 consults for an estimated $67,000 in revenues. Not bad. So how much is this? Which I'm sure you're wondering. Well, you have 2 options. Let me briefly break it down. Let's start with how much it would cost if you did it yourself, the way I lay out here. For the do-it-yourself option, if you want to do it yourself, you need to pay staff to write the copy and design the banner ads that get clicked on, staff to set up campaigns and upload them to various sites, so they need to be tech savvy to get ads approved and set up ad sets and campaigns. You would need staff to design strategic themed emails that get clicked on and go to a call to action customized landing page. You also need to pay vendors to record and listen to calls to track results and make sure your staff is on track. Then you need staff to follow up on leads via phone calls, emails, and texts. So staff would have to write email copy and design professional follow-up emails and send out as well as track their results. And you would have to come up with a loyalty program that actually works. That would include computer programming and many, many thousands of dollars. Now, all of this work would take a good 2 to 3 staff members plus several outside vendors and can easily add up to $150,000 in fees and salaries and benefits and sick days. And you get to manage all these vendors and staff members to be sure the job is getting done. One little, and by little I mean big, problem: most surgeons don't want to manage more staff, nor do they want to spend more than they have to. The easier way is to partner with me and I'll handle it for you. For this second option, we normally charge $59.97 per month for all of these services charged separately, because so much labor, creativity, and technologies go into it. However, because you have hung in there with me to the bitter end, I'm offering you a special combination fee of only $39.97 per month, plus your ad spend budget, so you save $24,000 per year. This is a much better deal than the first option, wouldn't you say? So for the price of a few wrinkle filler patients, the Cosmetic Patient Attraction Plan for 2020 is bringing you patient leads predictably week after week. However, remember, we can only work with one surgeon per area. Because our patient attraction lead system gives you the competitive edge over your competitors, it would be a conflict for us to help you get leads as well as help the other guys in your community get leads. So you'll want to act now by going to www.prospect2patient and let's see if your area is still available. And I want to mention who this is not for, so I don't waste your time or mine. This is not for you if you don't have a database of at least 2,000, or you're not willing to invest in advertising, or your staff is not open to growing and helping you succeed. And one more good news thing. You simply make an initial small non-refundable investment in the reduced customization and implementation fee of only $9.97, and then you're not charged again until the first ads start running and your themed email goes out to get your phones ringing to convert more incoming leads. So you're never out of pocket because you will make that money back in new revenues gained before your credit card payment is due. So let's get started right away. Go to www.prospect2patient.com and let's see if your area is still available. It's time to stop the bleeding of lost profits from those practice gaps. The most successful plastic surgeons leverage their time, money, and resources by doing what is proven to work and getting it done in the least amount of time with the least amount of staff and hassle. Because if you decide not to move forward with the Cosmetic Patient Attraction Plan for 2020 Done For You service that I laid out here, what's going to happen to your growth this year? You will likely continue to experience losing money on wasted lead generation that doesn't get clicked on. You'll continue losing leads to your competitors, wondering if your leads are being followed up on, and not knowing your true ROI from your advertising costs. Let's plug up the practice gaps by getting you more patient leads, giving you the tools to professionally follow up on your incoming leads, and converting those leads so you and your staff focus on excellent patient care. Because we both know that attracting and converting new patients to your practice has become a huge undertaking. And lead conversion continues to decrease because it's gotten so darn noisy in the marketplace, which makes following up on those incoming leads crucial to your success. And using your limited resources to focus on patient care while outsourcing the rest is beyond important. Because at the end of the day, this is not just another business expense. This is different. This is actually an investment in growing your cosmetic practice strategically with a thought out, done for you plan to attract new cosmetic patients, convert them, follow up with them, and retain them, all while training your staff to professionally represent you. With that said, thank you for your trust in me. When we partner, I'll do everything I can to get you more patients and more profits, and I'll train your staff to be converting rock stars. Go now to prospect2patient.com to see if your area is available, and we'll talk soon.